Hello, Coast to Coast fans. I'm back. I know y'all missed me, but before we get into today's topics, I first want to say thank y'all for being here again. We're up over 50 subs, and you know what that means. On today's episode, we have a very, very, very special guest. I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Spider-Man.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Long day at work today on the streets?
You know how expensive web fluid is?
How expensive is it? Please let the people know.
Well, I'm still in my parents' house, and I have to drive, so yeah.
That makes sense.
It's cheaper for
So you're
gas.
out.
That says a lot,
That's-
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping you would like swing in the intro, but I guess if you're out of web fluid, then you can't do that anyway. So
Yeah, also my ceiling fan's on, so that wouldn't really work.
that would have been way more entertaining.
Yeah. I also have, I mean, look, that's not in the show's budget. Maybe at like 500 subscribers, we'll try to get me like
get the
coming
web
through the
fluid.
ceiling or something like that.
Yeah. 500's better.
Um,
For all of our
yeah.
Spotify listeners, by the way, I mean, I can't say who's under the mask, but full-blown Spider-Man is on camera right now. So please go to YouTube so you can look at this
Yeah.
because I can't keep a straight face.
Yeah, I don't know why she can't keep a straight face considering I do so much for the world. And you know, it's funny. I actually asked Megan's boyfriend here, who's a chemist, to help me come up with web fluid, and she laughed at me. And you can't see, but my tongue is in my cheek right now because she laughed at me.
To be
I just
fair,
need web fluid to help people.
you asked me straight up, can I ask your boyfriend a chemistry question? I need help with something. So I go,
I didn't
for
say
sure.
that.
Like, you
I
said
didn't say
I
that.
need help with something. You didn't tell me what specifically. And I'm like, you're a lawyer.
Okay.
I don't think you have any chemistry classes in law school. And then he goes, I need him to help me develop web fluid.
Tyrone Taylor, double off the wall. Let's go.
Is this
Sorry.
like the Mets play every Sunday at
Spider-Man's
10
a Mets fan.
Don't they?
I'm
Spider-Man's a
confused.
Mets fan. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Spider-Man is
Yeah.
for the people and also hates himself because he's a Mets fan. So, little deep
Yep.
dive into his background. Alrighty. Well,
I do
speaking
hate
of
myself.
Marvel, hold up. Speaking of Marvel, I need your opinion on this, Spider-Man. How do you feel about Robert Downey Jr. coming back into the MCU?
How hype are we, man? How hype are we? He's back. David home.
He's back.
David home, baby. Let's go. He's back. The man, he is the face of Marvel at this point, and there are people who are fake upset about Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Dr. Doom, saying it was a bad move. It was lazy. It's not true to the character. Shut up. You're gonna be in that seat Thursday at 8:00. If you're mad, like, let me get the seat. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
let me have the fun. I love this. This is incredible. I cannot wait for them. I trust the writers. They got the Infinity and the Endgame writers. They got the Russo bros back directing it. We are back.
They
Marvel
do.
is saved.
They
Yes,
do. I
the
thought they
Russo
were
bros
niche.
are back.
Ah, okay.
Nope, they are good.
Marvel was
They
going
are good,
downhill, and they were like,
and,
"Someone make the phone call, please. Someone call."
Until Deadpool came out, Megan and I both saw Deadpool. We will not talk about spoilers for that.
really
I don't know
want
why I'm
to.
saying I saw Deadpool, considering I should have been in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, we can't say if you were, if you weren't. You know, no spoilers here.
mean,
We're a spoiler.
My version wasn't. They didn't call me.
Oh, in your universe.
If there's another version of me that were, yeah, like I didn't get a phone call.
What if like the TVA just like shows up behind you and you're a variant? They need to come and like, that'd be crazy. That.
You mean my mom?
1,000 subs. Lisa works for the TVA. That's why.
Why'd you just give away my mom's identity? Now I have to move and I have to put her into WITSEC. This is a bad idea.
This is a bad idea.
Why did I agree to do this show? I could be out swinging from palm trees right now. Just kidding. There's nothing to swing from in Florida.
No.
This is where Spider-Man goes to retire.
Remember, all the trees are in Sacramento. That's why. Okay, Spider-Man.
Yes.
I'm running the show today, Spider-Man. Actually.
Yeah. Anyway, it's getting hot in here. Surprise!
Reveal who's under the mask. Oh, it's just Matt. Oh, that was a lame reveal. Oh, he didn't hear that. His headphones are off, so he
didn't
can't
hear a word. What's up?
Didn't hear a word. Good. You didn't need to hear that. Okay. Now that that's over, let's get into what we're talking about today.
50 subs.
Thank goodness, again, thank
Oh, Ben
goodness.
Gamble just worked a walk?
I'm gonna ignore that. Thank
So-
goodness we have the Olympics during the dog days of summer, so there's actually still stuff to talk about.
I
Did
know.
you catch USA basketball this morning?
I woke up 15 minutes early for that. I took for those who know, know how it feels. You take Benadryl before bed, that knocks you out because I have bad allergies with
Oh,
my
yeah.
dogs. So it takes me a little while to fall asleep to it, but once I'm asleep, I'm out. So I literally woke up and I checked my phone. I'm like, oh shit, the game's starting in 15 minutes. Um, but no, that was I love USA basketball. I was so giddy for like I'm just like Steph Curry's on my screen in the middle of July. Like this is awesome.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
like they're
and then
trying. They're
all
trying.
of yeah, and all of, like, the ISOs that they had of them, like, every time someone was getting subbed in, I was like, "Oh my god, KD's going in. This is nuts." And they're like, "Oh, Anthony Edwards is playing with his childhood hero." Like, the storylines there are so entertaining, and I mean, it was a little too close in the first quarter and the second quarter. Serbia was kinda putting it on them, but
I, I, do you want
what
me to get into why I think that happens?
well, please, of
Because
course.
someone wanted to comment on our YouTube saying I don't know ball, but I'm saying again, the continuity of foreign team rosters translates so much better, obviously, and it's more apparent in the beginning of games when the United States has rolled out a starting lineup that I don't think they rolled out during exhibition games, and Serbia's playing like they've been playing 15 years together. Of course, it's going to start off sloppy, and then you have Captain L'America, LaGettysburg Address, you know, LaGeorge Washington,
When it
La
sails
Founding
across
Father
the
takes
Delaware, the
over
Founding Father.
the
Mhm.
Delaware River. Yeah, shout out to our followers. Like Coast to Coast had a huge publicity weekend
We
off that.
did. We did. We
That
had
was
a
sick. But
good weekend. We're still going. I think
yeah,
head over to the Coast to Coast TikTok because we're rolling over there. We're at 500,000 views, I believe, and over 100K likes. It's a new record for us. Coast to Coast is going places, man. Thank you to L'America for that one, for generating great
yeah.
content for us. Okay, when I was
But
watching the
no,
game this morning, I had to go pull up the Serbia team basketball's roster. We got a Nikola Jovic, we got a Nikola Jokic, we've got a
yep.
Micic, we've got a Jovic,
Itch,
we've got
itch, itch,
a
itch, itch.
Jovic, we've got a Samincic. Like, it's
Yep.
crazy.
The very itchy team, right?
Very itchy team. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they were putting up a
Wow.
fight.
They should be sponsored by Benadryl. Speaking of Benadryl,
Did you just go full circle? No way. That was
yeah,
impressive.
yeah,
That was impressive.
yeah,
That was a callback, ladies and gents. That was a crazy callback. We're
yeah.
rolling today. We're juiced up.
Very,
We got the
very itchy
caffeine.
team.
Yeah, very itchy
Yeah, we're
team.
both juiced up.
Mhm.
USA won by 20. No, it's so fun to watch them because it's like actually being able to watch the All-Star team try and show
Actually
effort.
try. Yeah.
Like
Kevin
cry,
Durant,
not
man.
cry, but like, oh my god, good god, it's like prime. Go back to Marvel, Captain America and Iron Man with LeBron and Kevin Durant. I mean, come on,
Mhm.
like
I think he
how
was 7
special
for
is that?
7. He had 21 of his
He,
first or
he was
21 of his 23 points, yeah, in the first
he was
half.
8 for 8 in the first half, I believe. It
Mhm.
was either 7 or
Mhm.
8, but he was perfect in the first half. He missed a shot, and his true shooting percentage was like 140%. I don't know, or two. I don't know. It was something crazy. It was over 100%. I don't understand how that works. I don't know how true shooting percentage is calculated, but it was over 100%. And I'm like, that okay, like that's just how it goes. And then that Curry, it wasn't even a dagger, but it was like the scoring matters, the margin of victory matters, especially for the losing team because if you lose
Mhm.
by, I don't remember the amount, and they
I
said it on the
believe
broadcast, and I
14's
apologize.
14's the number.
Oh, it
So
was
if you
14. It
lose
was either 4 or 14.
Mhm.
I just heard
Yeah.
4 in it. But if you lose by over 14, you don't get a point in the group stage. And the points mattered. And they weren't going to bring it within 14 anyway. But Curry still hit a 3. And I was just like, oh, this is so fun, man. Like, it is so fun to watch. And they got to keep Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton were all pro Gatorade suppliers. Like, how awesome is that?
Dude, they were the towel boys. They were just hydrating the team. That's not, did
Because,
Tatum didn't touch the floor, right?
no, nor did
He didn't.
Halliburton.
Yeah.
And
the hell?
Steve
I
Kerr
mean,
said it was. I mean, obviously it was planned. Steve Kerr
yeah.
made the rotation, but
Halliburton is literally just happy to be there. Like he is just a straight up vibes guy at this point. Like I don't think he'll touch the floor at all, unless in garbage time. But not even because I guess there was garbage time at the end of the fourth. But yeah, Halliburton's just there for the vibes.
yeah, I wonder, like, because of that margin, if they will employ like garbage time lineups, like they did in exhibition games. Like they had like Langston Galloway on the floor. Like he's not going to touch the floor in real games, but
Mhm.
I guess we'll have to see like what matchups prompt Steve Kerr to put in the Towel Boys.
Mhm.
Excuse me. But Derek White was in there, my boy Derek White.
Yeah, chucked up
Jalen Brown
a
has to be
nasty brick with his first shot. That was fun to
yeah.
watch.
He's in there for being a pest on defense. We know why he's in there. You can definitely see why, though. I say how much chemistry matters with how fast you see Serbia get started, and then you really see LeBron and you see the players who play together start like making like LeBron had a lob to AD. Drew Holiday, Derek White know how to play off each other. Jason Tatum would if he could see the floor, but
I mean, he can see
he
it
did
just
not.
from the bench.
Yeah,
So
he could see. He probably had
he could
a
see
very
it.
nice view, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
he could see it.
Actually, best seats in the house, you could say.
Maybe. Yeah. Devin Booker. Shout out Devin Booker. He was nuts
Just
today.
D-Book.
He
D-Book was
didn't have a
cooking,
great
man.
exhibition round.
No. I didn't think he was going to be in the starting lineup. How do you feel about the starting lineup? We had Book, Drew, Braun, AD, Steph. That was the starting five.
I mean, I'm not on the coaching staff. I whatever they feel works. Although I do think, I guess Serbia was more guard laden. If they went with that starting five, I look at the names, but I barely look at the Serbian like positions. Obviously, Jokic and Jovic, and they have a few other. They have Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
Bogdanovic, not Bojan. I don't know if Bojan is Serbian.
No,
I'm not sure.
I just looked this up. He's Croatian.
Croatian? Yeah,
Croatian.
that's right. Whatever. But like, yeah, I guess they were running a lot of guards. I think you can't start Embiid right now. Like, good God, when Embiid's on the floor, half of the time they're lost. He plays too slow for FIBA. FIBA, there's 2 minutes less. There's 2 minutes less per quarter. Guy just plays in slow motion and he foul baits the entire time.
When Bam checked in, I was like, "Oh, Matt's fuming right now. Matt's so pissed."
No, when Bam starts chucking threes, I start getting upset.
That's when you get mad.
Actually, my friend wants to come on the show at some point, so maybe we'll work that out. But shout out my friend Justin, who said you got to stop arguing against Bam, and he made a good point. He said, if you argue for Bam and the Knicks win in a series against the Heat, you say, wow, they were able to beat Bam. And if they lose in a game or a series against the Heat, it's they have Bam. So I understand that can help my Knicks agenda in a way, but it's much more fun to be a hater. So we'll see how it goes with that. Other than that, that was fun, wasn't it?
Every day. Yeah. No, it was like a
you
video.
You had to watch
game.
that at 8 in the morning.
I woke up at 8:10 because I thought the game was at 9 my time. So I roll over, I open like Twitter, and I was like, oh my God, the game's starting. So I had to figure out how to log into YouTube to get that thing on because for some reason everything's on Peacock, and I hate that. Peacock is the worst streaming app service ever. But we got it on. And then
we have to see it on NFL season.
Yeah. Oh, it's the worst. And Amazon just is signing a deal with the NBA. It was Amazon, correct? That won the deal? Yeah. So now we're going to get so many targeted ads. So many targeted ads, man. It's going to be nuts. RIP TNT, the broadcast that will forever be on our hearts. We'll have one more season with them, which is good. Thank goodness. But yeah, Chuck was pissed off. Chuck is mad that he's not getting paid as much as he should be next season. If you saw that.
Well, money talks, and Amazon is a money printer. So if they really want the inside the NBA cast, they'll get them. But I don't think they'll get Ernie Johnson. I think Ernie Johnson will even die with TNT, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And Ernie is more than just a host. Ernie has chemistry with Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny. It's gonna suck when that's off. But hopefully they'll make it work. Because someone made a funny point. They're like, when you're watching basketball at 10:30, And some people don't want the TNT crew back. They're like, oh, they're just jokes. They're like, I don't want film breakdowns at 10:30, man. Just give me the memes and the laughs at the halftime show, right? Like I'm just
There's
watching this
zero
for
film
enjoyment.
breakdown. Yeah.
Like I'm watching Bucks Lakers. I don't
Mhm.
need to see like screen analysis. Just have Kenny and Chuck race to the actual big screen and show me what I'm missing. You know what I mean? Like
Just Shaq and a Fool just on repeat the entire time. That is another
yeah,
point for why sports on the West Coast is way better. Pacific time, baby. Because I don't have to stay
disagree.
up till 1 a.m. to watch a game. You're out here watching
Don't
the
care.
Mets lose at midnight. Like that sounds like self-torture. So
No, that's only when they play West Coast teams at a
which
West
is
Coast team.
what, a sixth of the games of the 162 games?
No, more like a tenth.
When I worked for the Padres and we played on the
Oh, it's
East
over.
Coast,
It's over. These
play by
idiots
play,
can't
quick.
score.
Play by
And now they
play.
go.
Give me a play by play.
Marcelo Ozuna should be in prison. That's what the play-by-play is. Keep that. Don't edit that out.
You're in law school. You're in law school. Put him in prison. Wait, that's not your job.
I will.
Prosecutor. Okay.
No, I don't want to be a prosecutor. I don't want to litigate a day in my life. No,
You have
good God.
2 people that you need to put in jail. Him and Eric Hosmer. Those 2 people.
We won't talk about that though for right now.
Fine. Okay, let me talk about the United States women's national soccer team real quick because
Go ahead.
in 26 minutes, the women's team are playing Germany after coming off of a thrilling opening match against Zambia. We beat them 3-0. It should have been more than that, but
I have a quick question about the U.S. women's national team.
Yes, please ask me.
I don't know much about the women's Olympics because the women's World Cup is I love it. But is the women's Olympic team, do they have all the stars of the soccer team too?
No.
Is it all the big names?
It's all of the big names of now. So Alex Morgan didn't make the Olympic roster because she's unfortunately older and not as good as some of these young stars. So you probably won't recognize a lot of the names. Like Crystal Dunn, she's a vet. He's mad. He's sad. What happened? Oh no.
Matt Olson just hit a 3-run home run. Matt Olson was 1 for 36 coming into this series against the Mets.
Just right. Live on the pod, he hit a 3-run home run.
Off David P. I can't with this. I cannot. Keep going. Go.
Does
Go ahead.
Spider-Man need a
I'm
timeout?
listening.
You need to, okay.
Anyways. No. Just keep going.
Lindsay Horan, she's our captain. She has 150 caps, and she's the most decorated, she has the most appearances of anyone on the team. There are 5 youngsters who only have 20 or less caps. And for those who don't know what a cap is just an appearance on your national team. So it can be like in friendlies, Olympics, World Cup, whatever. But the way that the tournament is run for the Olympics is there's only 12 teams versus the World Cup has 32 teams. They're going to expand it to 48, I think, for the men's next year or 2026. But yeah, so it's only 12 teams, 3 groups, group play, whoever gets out of the first best team in the groups, and then the 2 third place teams. It's confusing how I word it, but best team in the group, and then the
I'll
2
have
best
to read it.
third place teams.
Okay.
You'll have to read it. Yeah. Then you go to quarters.
Is
and
the
you go
U.S.
to semis,
supposed to? Are they supposed to medal the women's team?
We're definitely supposed to medal. Odds on favorite. We were to start. Now Spain is the odds on favorite. And then we're, I think, second favorited, and then France. We're playing Germany today, and that is a big, big game because Germany also won their opener 3-0 over Australia. So this is not going to be a cakewalk versus Zambia we owned possession 78% to 22%. So we completely owned that game. I'm very, very excited for this matchup, though, because we have killer defenders. We have insane strikers. Mallory Swanson scored 2 goals within 70 seconds of each other in like the same play. So she scored in the 24th minute and the 25th minute. That was nuts. Trinity Rodman is also on the roster. I don't know if you knew that. That is Dennis Rodman's daughter.
It's funny how the U.S. women's soccer is always like crazy dominant, and then the men's just like it's like Goofy Dragon.
The meme with the 3 dragon heads.
It's crazy. Yes, it's nuts. It's so funny. But yeah, I just between that Olympic basketball. I mean, thank God we have the Olympics to carry us this summer.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
You ready to get into the locker room? You ready for a little break?
Yes, thank you. Please.
Alrighty, Spider-Man. Okay, today's halftime segment. We are keeping it short and simple. We're just going to try to come up with the top 5 hardest sports. And we can include Olympic sports in this because breakdancing is an Olympic sport. It's called breaking, apparently, which I just found out the other day.
That's an Olympic sport now?
Breakdancing is an Olympic sport. in 2024. Welcome to 2024, you guys.
And
Yeah.
pickleball isn't yet?
No, and pickleball is not.
It
I
will
told
be.
my roommates to not yell. I told you guys to not yell. I don't know if you can hear them, but they are screaming right now at the TV.
I hear. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
What are they
I
watching?
told the Olympics. I wonder what event they're watching.
Oh,
They're probably
okay.
watching, I think they're watching volleyball right now. Big volleyball house. So we've been watching beach, indoor, all of the above. Especially beach. I love beach volleyball.
Dude, this
But,
game
okay.
sucks.
So we're going to be ranking the top 5 hardest sports to play, 5 being the lowest out of the 5, first being the hardest sport. Would you like to go back and forth, or should we just pitch our 5 and try to come to a consensus?
I'll give you my 5.
Okay.
So give me your 5 first.
No, you go first because I don't have 5
Okay.
or 4. I only have 1, 2, 3.
Okay. See, I was debating. Are we doing this by all around, like the most difficult sport all around to play, just
Yes.
like factoring every single thing in?
Yeah. Mental,
Okay.
physical, team aspect, heavy on physical. That's my mine heavy on physicality.
Okay.
So
I think 5 is tennis. Singles.
whoa. Okay. Out of left field.
Especially coming from, because baseball was the main sport that I played, and every time I would try to swing a tennis racket, the ball would just go out of the court. Tennis singles, when those matches last for hours, are nuts. And you have no one else to lean on, basically, to help carry you through those matches. There's no teammates in singles tennis, obviously. It requires a crazy amount of stamina, finesse, brains, a lot of brains to play tennis. A lot of intelligence is required where to place the ball and stuff like that. It is a very difficult sport to pick up. 4, I think, is soccer. And I think most of that is based on endurance and basically having to play a sport with your feet and not having to use your hands, or not allowed to use your hands.
You either are born with being able to play sports with your feet, or you're not. Like you either have it or you don't.
Either have 2 left feet, or I mean, soccer's crazy. Especially,
did you play soccer ever, or no?
No, I tried it once and I was like, this is not for me. It is just something, I wish I was into it more. I wish I paid more attention to professional soccer. I don't. I understand the appeal, obviously. I just don't follow it as closely as I wish I did. A lot of it is because it's very overwhelming for me to get into, with how like the leagues work and stuff like that, and there's different championships and stuff like that. But I think just the whole package of soccer, running back and forth on the pitch, to score like once or twice a game, in 90 minutes is crazy, right? I mean, that's just nuts. I think 3. All right, 3. I'm gonna put baseball.
Really? You're putting baseball on this list?
Because baseball has the hardest aspect in all of sports, and that is hitting a baseball.
Fair enough.
It is not all around.
Running.
It doesn't matter.
You're not tired after a game.
Yeah, you are. You can be.
You
Depends
can
what
be.
you play. Pitchers are exhausted.
Oh, duh. Okay, yes, correct.
These idiots are going to get. Sorry. We're on a halftime segment, and
Spider-Man,
these idiots.
calm down. This is we're taking a breather. That's what halftime is. Okay, maybe you should turn the TV off. That's probably a good idea.
No. Just we're good. Yeah, I think because of how difficult, I think hitting a baseball is one of the most difficult things in the world. I mean, if you go watch the math on that, it is insane to hit a fastball 60 feet away. You have nanoseconds to decide whether you want to swing at a ball or not. It is insane. 2, I think, is hockey. Because of how draining. I mean, when I actually learned how hockey worked a few years ago when I started watching, I mean, it is nuts. I did not realize how short these guys were on the ice. I mean, it is crazy. In pads,
like 3-minute shifts, 2-minute shifts. Like how short are the shifts?
It is. Like 3 minutes might be long.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy taxing, and what you have to do with a puck moving 115 miles an hour on ice, obviously on skates, is nuts. It kind of speaks for itself. And one I think is boxing.
Oh, I didn't even think
Um,
about that. Okay.
I guess I didn't want to load it up with combat sports because combat. I mean, you're literally in a fight. I
Yeah.
mean, there's
I
not
feel like
much
you can
harder
put
than that.
all combat sports at number one, like just
But
like group them together.
yeah, but boxing is unbelievably. Oh wow, what the hell? Sorry, there's breaking news right now.
Oh, what is
Um,
it?
the Cubs just got Isaac Paredes from the Rays,
I
and
actually know who that is. Are you proud of me?
that's really
That's not.
funny considering the Cubs were supposed to be sellers, and Paredes was supposed to be going. There was a bidding war between the Yankees and the Dodgers for him. So I'll get into that in a second. I'll finish my list, but that
Okay,
just
okay.
popped up. Sorry. Um, boxing, and I've tried boxing. It is forget the fact that you're in a fight. 3 minutes of nonstop concentration and moving around is it is the longest 3 minutes in the world. It is unreal. I mean, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. That 1 minute of rest is the fastest 1 minute of your life, and that 3 minutes is the longest 3 minutes of your life. Boxing is incredibly hard. The mental fortitude it takes, the skill it takes, obviously, to learn how to fight, and there's just not. I mean, I don't know how much more. It is insane, and I keep saying the word insane, and that's an understatement of how hard boxing is. My dad was a boxer.
Oh.
I've tried it. It is good. I mean, it is crazy. It is an absolute war for 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, and if you do that for 12 rounds of 36 minutes, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So those are my five.
That was poetic. I felt the passion coming from every
Yeah.
single one of those picks. That's crazy because we have completely opposite lists. Or one of them's the same, but the others are way different. Okay. I'm switching two of mine around though. Number 5, I'm going with water polo because 1, you're swimming the entire time. 2, you're like fighting
Actually, fine.
people.
Swimming
Yes.
swimming was an honorable mention for me. Swimming
Got it.
is crazy hard too. I was gonna put that in,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah. And I have the utmost respect for anything aquatic sports because I was a runner my whole life. So we did a lot of cross training in the pool and I was so bad for some reason at swimming. Like I was a great runner, but terrible at swimming. So a lot of my friends were on the water polo team and they said like people would like claw under the water and like literally try to drown you. So that just sounds, one, physically exhausting, 2, mentally because you're trying to not drown. And also you're trying to score at the same time. Like the goalies, they have to like wiggle their way up to try to like block the ball in the water. That's nuts. That's number 4 or number 5. Number 4, I'm going with rugby because rugby
Crazy.
is nuts. Like
I was watching rugby yesterday and I was like, this is
yeah,
crazy.
and these are just 7-on-7s. That's not even 15 on
Yeah.
15s. It's one, I don't understand the sport, so I should go do more research on it because I don't even know like the rules and everything. All I know is that they can tackle each other. They go into dog piles.
Without pads?
They lift each other up with no pads. Which
It is like wrestling with your friends when you're like 5, but grown up
yeah.
and strong.
And just throwing a giant ball into it too, which is crazy. Yeah. Okay. 3, I have hockey. Same reasons as you. And obviously there's even like a designated fighter that can just go in there and beat the shit out of someone. You're on
funny?
skates the
Isn't
whole
that
time,
awesome?
which is crazy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, same reason as you for hockey. Hockey's just a nuts sport. 2, I know you've been waiting for this one. It's cross country. I have to. Anything distance running because you are what, Spider-Man? What? Why are you laughing at
Are
that?
you serious?
Yes. You go
Okay.
try and run 5 miles.
Oh, I have. I have
Or
shin
6
splints.
miles.
I can't run more than
Yeah.
a mile without my legs wanting
Yeah.
to fall off. It's hard.
Like,
I understand.
You're literally
I
the amount of
understand.
times that thoughts are going through your head that you just want to like just
Oh,
jump
I know.
off the
Yeah,
whole
I get it.
time during races. Ugh, horrible. And it's not even just this is why it's number 2. It's not even just the physical exertion. The weeks before any race, the day before a race, the morning of a race, the anxiety that you get before you're stepping on the line is debilitating. It's the worst. It's the worst. Now running is not stressful because I just do it for fun now, not competing. But cross is violent and exhausting and everything about it. Okay, number one, and this is not biased, I swear. It's football. I have to put football down because of
Okay.
obviously the physical aspects, but then like the mental stuff that the quarterbacks have to go through, and any single player have to go through the same. Just it's literally like playing chess. The coaches are part of it too. I mean, you don't know what the other team's going to do on offense or defense. It's everything about football, from the training room to being on the field. I think makes it the toughest sport. So yeah, our lists were way different, way different.
I think you want to know something honest. I think if you would ask me this during a non-Olympic year, my list would be very different. Swimming was always in the top 5 for me, and it got bumped this time because I made this list on the fly, and I'm trying to do it with recent discoveries about sports. But swimming, I really should have put back in the top 5. Swimming is unbelievably hard, but I tried to make that some parity because, of course, I could just put the 5 most endurance taxing sports in there, right? Like you could cross country is one of them. You could put soccer, swimming, boxing, hockey, whatever sports are basically nonstop moving are going to be hard. But I was trying to look at it a little differently, especially with baseball at things like hitting a baseball like that, and boxing, the fighting aspect, and football. Obviously, I would put in there. You know, that is none of my lists are. I don't want to not include anything. Every sport can be harder than another sport if you stack up certain aspects of it, right? Like it's not like one sport is objectively easier than another.
Except for pickleball.
So I don't want
pickleball is stupid. It's so fun
relax.
to play.
And don't. It is not stupid. It's not stupid.
It's stupid. Pickleball is a stupid.
It's not
sport.
stupid. No, it's not. It's going to be in the Olympics
eventually.
Like in 2028 or 2032, maybe. I mean, I know that.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you on this one.
Okay.
Don't take that as word. Don't take that as law. Okay, let us know what your top 5 hardest sports are. Spider-Man, please. We're getting out of the locker room. We're taking too much time. Okay, the game's already started and we're still in the locker room. We need to get out.
Put the mask back on?
Put the mask back on now.
I'm not putting the mask back on. It's too hot.
Alrighty, that's enough of that. Please let us know your top 5 favorite sports so we can continue to argue about this because we could for hours. Now it's time we're getting closer to the NFL season. I think we are 38 days away. We got the Hall of Fame game.
There's football this Thursday.
There's football.
It sucks, but it's football. It sucks, but it's football, baby.
It's okay.
I'm gonna be seated for the first snap, and I'm gonna turn it off by the fourth snap. But I'm gonna.
But there's football, baby.
I cannot wait.
It's back.
So I suggested this to Meghan this week. I said hopefully it would fit with the timeline before the season starts and would give us some content to talk about. So we're gonna go through a different division each week. And if we have to pick up the pace, we'll do like 2 as we get closer. But we're just going to go team by team and just analyze their games. Not super in depth, just what you're feeling, whether they win or lose that game. And we'll just see what our record predictions are at the end of the season, how they match up. And if we're still on air, no, we will be. We'll see how accurate we are. I'm usually not terrible at this. There's a few times I've gotten pretty close, but I always focus more on the Giants, obviously, when I do this. So with every team, it could be bad. But starting off, we're going to do the AFC North, and we're going to do the Bengals, and we're going to go week by week, but we're not going to really argue about it. We're just going to go, okay, you think this happens, you can give a little support for your argument. That's it. So I'll start. I will go weeks 1 through 18 for the Bengals first. All right. Week 1, they play... I'm going to say whether they're home or away. So week 1, they are at home against the Patriots, 1-0. Easy enough. 1-0 against the Patriots. At Kansas City, 2-0.
Oh.
The Bengals have the Chiefs number. Yes, I think they go into Kansas City and win. They're 2-0.
Okay.
Week 3 against the Commanders, 3-0. Week 4 at Carolina, 4-0. And this is assuming everyone's healthy. If they get hurt, like this could obviously change, but yes, I have the Bengals starting off 4-0 here. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Week 5, Ravens at home in Cincinnati, lose 4-1. Week 6 at the Giants on it looks like Sunday Night Football.
That's a blowout.
Yeah, there we go, 5-1 for the Bengals.
5-1.
Week 7 at Cleveland, 5-2. Week 8, Philly, 6-2. Week 9, Las Vegas, 7-2. Week 10 at the Ravens, they get their lick back, 8-2.
Oh my God.
Week 11 at the Chargers, loss, 8-3.
You think the Chargers are?
Week
Fair enough. Okay.
I think the Chargers win. They're going to be much better this year with Jim Harbaugh. You remember that?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and by the time this is week 11, we're banged up a little bit. Look, things
Mhm.
can happen. Week 12, they're on a bye. Week 13, Steelers at home. I think the Bengals win that. And what are we up to now? Not
2, 3, 4, 5,
nine and
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and
eight.
3.
No, nine. You're right. 9-3 after the
Mhm.
Steelers. At Dallas, 10-3. I don't care. We're not picking the Bengals to lose at Dallas.
We're not giving the Cowboys a single win this entire season. They're going
Yeah.
0-17.
Week 15, Tennessee. Am I really about to have these guys 10-3 right now? Or 11-3? What are we, 11-3 now?
God.
Whatever. I just have the Bengals going 12-5.
12-5. Okay. Okay. Let's go
All right,
Ravens
who are you
next.
giving me? Okay.
I'm doing the
fun.
Ravens. I'm doing the Ravens. Oh, ooh, what
You writing it down?
I'm writing it down. Yeah, what a start to their schedule. Okay. Thursday Night Football, we're kicking it off in KC. I kind of love that the Lions beat KC at home or on the road on opening day. So give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens week 1 against KC on the road. That's a dub. Okay. Against Las Vegas, easy dub. We're 2-0. Against Dallas, fuck Dallas, man, 3-0. Versus Buffalo, I liking Buffalo this year. Versus Buffalo on a Sunday night game. Give me Buffalo. So we're 4-1 now. Versus Cincinnati, I like the Ravens. We're 5-1. Tampa Bay, that's a dub. 6-1. Oh, that's a kind of crazy start to the season. We're gonna lose to the Browns, so we're gonna go 6-2, and that is week 10. Where am I? Week 8. That's week 8 on the road. Week 9, we are at home versus Denver. That's a dub. 7-2 versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is like the most annoying team in the league because on paper their roster does not look that efficient, and then they somehow always end up having a winning record.
Well, remember they also got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Take that
which
into
means
account later in the year.
probably going to be a Super Bowl contender now with those two on their roster.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
That
whoa,
was
whoa, whoa,
sarcasm. That was
Okay,
sarcasm,
yeah.
everyone. That was sarcasm. Okay, but I think Pittsburgh takes the win. So now we are, what are we? 8-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, now we're 8-3. Versus the Chargers. I don't know why you're so high up on the Chargers. They still have no one but Quentin Johnston on their offense, besides, Herbert, but we're going to take a W there. 13-4. That's the Ravens record. This is a good division. This is a nuts division. Alrighty.
All right, so I'm actually going to choose the Steelers to
Okay.
do, and then you could do the Browns.
Yeah.
Okay. Steelers start off week 1 against the Falcons. I think that they start off 0-1. I think the Falcons are gonna get a week 1 victory. That revamped new coach, new quarterback,
with Kirko
very
on
energized,
there?
right?
Oh,
Yeah. All right, so 0-1, and then at Denver, I think they win. So 1-1. Who's starting a quarterback for Denver this year? Is it Bo Nix? Is Bo Nix gonna win the starting job?
I
honestly have no idea. I don't know anything about training camp.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't know that yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1-1. Chargers at home. When I say at home, I mean the team I'm doing. So in Pittsburgh. 2-1. At Indianapolis, 2-2. Dallas Steelers is always a good game, and of course, this is on Sunday Night Football. I think Pittsburgh wins here. It's in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson. I don't know. I think the Steelers get a win here. So is that, let's see.
We're now 3-2.
3-2 against 3-2 going to Las Vegas. That is 4-2, and then we have the Jets. I think 4-3, assuming the Jets aren't dead and hurt. You see what I mean? 4-3, and then we have the Giants. I think we're 5-3 now. I think the Steelers win against the Giants. And we have a bye week for the Steelers on my birthday, November 3rd, actually. 6-3, winning over the Commanders. 6-4, the Ravens beat the Steelers. 9-8.
9-8.
9-8. I messed up
So
the
they
math, but their
still
last
pull
game
out a
is
winning
against
record.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
They
I
still
think
pull
the
out a winning
Steelers always
record.
do.
They always do.
It's gonna be 9. It's gonna be anywhere from 9-8 to 11-6.
Yeah. That is just so
I
accurate.
just
Like
messed up the
Tom
math
Moran.
the last few, but no one really cares
No,
yet
you're good.
about if I
Okay.
messed up the Steelers' last 2 picks. So whatever.
Browns is the last one we're going with. Alrighty. Okay, we're kicking it off. First game of the season is against Dallas at home. That's a W for sure. And then we're at Jacksonville. I'm very excited for Jacksonville this season. We are Trevor Lawrence fans.
Trevor Lawrence has been bad in camp, apparently.
Really? Because camp, is
Yeah,
the be-all,
just-
end-all for everything.
Yeah.
5 interceptions, but the only highlight you see is just like one deep throw. Yeah, camp is annoying. Okay. I think we're going to lose, though, in Jacksonville. First, New York, the Giants. We're definitely taking a W there. So now we are 2-1.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The Giants are also going 0-17. And then we are at Las Vegas, week 4. That's going to be a W. So we're going through. Actually, no. We're losing that game. We're going to be 500 through week 4. At Washington, taking a dub there, 3-2. This is also all dependent on the Browns quarterback play and if Deshaun Watson remembers how to throw a football. Although I do not want to see him on the field anyways. Okay, week 6, we are at Philadelphia. That's going to be, it's kind of a good matchup. We're going to take a W there. In overtime, though. I'm calling that an OT dub. 4-2. Then we are at home versus Cincinnati. That's going to be a loss. I really like Cincinnati this year. Back-to-back. Then we got Cincinnati. Then Baltimore at home. That's going to be a dub, though. And I think I gave the Ravens a win there when I was picking the Ravens, but that's fine. Okay, now we're 5-3. Okay, final record prediction. I'm going 10-7. That's what I'm going with. They don't have a very easy schedule.
The Browns, no.
No,
AFC North is a war. My God.
That is brutal. That we have with what we have right now, we have every team having a winning record, and that's how it was last season too. Like that was the first time in, don't quote me on this, 40-something years that that's happened in a division where every team had a winning record, which is crazy.
And that was with a worse Steelers team and
Burrow
probably
hurt.
a worse Browns team. And Burrow hurt.
And Burrow hurt.
Like that's crazy. Yeah, now we got blonde Burrow. We got blonde buzz cut Burrow.
Oh, the
I'm gonna buzz cut
shady
next.
Joe Burrow. Do it. And
I'm not buzz cutting.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's 12-10, and I'm
the
missing
aura for
some of the U.S. women's soccer team, so I am going to get us out of here.
Oh,
thank you again.
Ben Gamble. Let's go.
Now I'm really
4-1, baby.
Now I'm really getting out of here. Okay, thank you, Coast to Coast fans. We will see you next week.